all Dharma brothers and sisters. I have sent a Facebook video last 2 days in German language according to the practice of Parnashavari, which is advised by Our Holiness Tigong Kyangkung Chechang. There is 2 different sadhanas, short sadhana and long and middle sadhana. The short sadhana is already sent out some time ago. We have translated different language and also the meaning of the mantras, and we have sent it out how to chant mantras through Tigungaju Meditation Center in Sweden, Parnashavari Center, Facebook, and also from Tigungaju Torcheling Center here in Switzerland. And then last 2 days ago, as I said, I explained about how important that practice, because now there's all entire of the world facing a problem, which is COVID-19 or coronavirus, this kind of disease, epidemic problems. Actually, many masters, many lamas, Khenpos, His Holiness, Eminence already have given lots of advice according to the spiritual path, Dharma teachings, how to behave, how to be calm mind, relaxing mind. Of course, it's very, very important. And also, I think it's very important that we follow the advice, the World Health Organization, especially those doctors, nurses, working very hard, really practicing. That is actually Tonglen practice, giving on taking. Many people cannot do that. We want to stay far away, avoid all these things because of our pressures of life. But of course, so we should follow that, whatever advice and suggestions come from the health organization, especially each country, given by our government. And then in the top of that, as spiritual path, we have different religions. Everybody try to support physically, mentally, and emotionally, very, very important. Of course, according to the Buddhists, one of the very important is practice of bodhicitta and loving kindness, compassion. There is no better protection than bodhicitta actually. As Lord Jigten Sungkun said, Sungwe Kolo Menchung Changchu Sem, the most extraordinary Dharma the protection is the bodhicitta. As long as we generate bodhicitta, as long as we trying to practice bodhicitta, relative bodhicitta, absolute or ultimate bodhicitta, this is the now chance to practice. This is the now chance to that we having opportunity to increase our bodhicitta practice and loving kindness and compassion, Chanda Nyingche. It is very important according to the Buddhists, of course, now, not just now having problems and disease, facing all these problems, but we should think about the problem and the cause of the problems, suffering and the cause of the sufferings, which is the first teaching from the Lord Buddha has given very profoundly, very precisely, and very logic as well. Lord Buddha said, the truth of the suffering that we see now, that we experience now, it is the truth. How much people have anxiety, fear, and pressure, we see that, we feel that, we experience that. Lord Buddha said, truth of the suffering. It isn't it truth, it is truth. It is being and experiencing now. But Buddha said, second thing is the truth of suffering, the cause of the suffering, the origin of the cause of the sufferings. That's very important. So we're still not finding what is the really cause of the suffering, what is the really cause of that such problems. Everybody having different experiment is saying that and that. Of course, according to the Buddhists, one of the causes is the 10 non-virtues. The 10 non-virtues we performed, and that's why it comes such problems. And this is, of course, especially practice and Dharma, those who understand about Dharma, those who practice Dharma followers. So should we think about, again, reflect the Four Noble Truths. The third noble truth, truth of cessation, we have to think about, is there any way to avoid or to free from that or not? It is possible or not. Once we see that there is a way, there is a possibility, then we should not take too much worry, too much fear, too much anxiety. It does not help. As Shantideva mentioned, worry doesn't help you. If you can solve your problems, Shantideva said, you should not be worried, but you should try, and you should practice, and you should put effort. And if you cannot see there is no way to solve the problems, no way to get out from that, then either not need to worry, worry does not help you. This is Shantideva said very precisely, most well-known text from the Shantideva. He says, so I think that is very, very interesting, and everybody reflect that, think of that. And then the fourth noble truth is the truth of the path. Now the path is very important, so we should practice the 10 virtues, and especially bodhicitta. Every day bodhicitta practice, loving kindness. All the other sentient beings, we trying to practice. We do lojong mind training practice. Giving and taking, Tonglen practice. We can give. I know that we giving lots, but we not take. We honestly, we not take. We run from why that. We want to stay far away. We run that. Many of cannot take. Giving is easy. Taking is hard. So that's why it's practice now, which is many lamas. Each religion's lineage leaders have given so kindly different practice, as I've heard, His Holiness Dalai Lama, His Holiness Sangha Chichen, and so on and so forth. So there is countless practice to protect, to avoid, and to prevent such a disease, such an illness. As you know, one of the very famous mantra, Dorchi Kota, the 100,000 mantras from Lakum, and there's so many mantras, and there's different will of protections. So sending nowadays on Facebook, media, everywhere, so we should not confuse that. Each one has our own lineage masters advised, and so that's why our Digungkaju followers has got succession advice, guidelines from His Holiness Digung Kyangum, the Vajradhara of his Digung has given. There is in Digung Kaju different mantras, different texts, different sadhanas, different and practice which can help. Actually in Chaya Buddhists, especially Vajrayana, the one of the very good healing practice is the meditation, samadhi, calm mind, peaceful mind, single-pointed mind. Tenginjin is called Tengjin. So it's very important, of course. Then second thing is the mantra. So mantra practice, text. So here His Holiness has given Parnashavari practice, which is text from the Lord Jigten Songhong, Gambum. The commentaries or the teachings from Lord Jigten Sumgon has lots of different healing practice through the meditation is actually the best. But in only meditation, the beginners found very difficult. So we have the visualization through the practice here, Parnashavari. You can say this is a yellow Tara. This is the 20th of the Tara from the 21 Tara. In the 20th of the Tara, if you read the law price there, is also saying to trimming the strong, powerful disease, epidemics, pandemics, whatever you call, is really powerful Dakini. And there is different forms, different colors, different ornaments, different implements. Don't be confused. Just visualize through the text which you got from your teacher, text which you got from your lineage, because it's the vision of the dead master head. So we have here Holiness giving this text. So I'm going to do today is I will read the text. It goes the transmission. So those who want to practice, you get transmission. Through the transmission, you can already practice. I have recorded the text, slow down to read. Then maybe if somebody wants that, I will send that also. They follow this practice. We should do with the love and compassion. It's very, very important. So Parnashavari, or they call sometimes lips wording Dakini. This is the Dakini, which has the power of to cleaning off all the negative thoughts, negative karmic cost. It's very special practice, and Tibetan people know that doing that, and it has many stories how they have done, how there is cleaning. So it's very, very good. So if you cannot meditate all this visualization, different forms, colors, and heads, implement, ornament, if you get confused, just visualize the Pam, Pam mantra, Pam, yellow Pam is the seed syllable of Dakini, the Parnashavari. So that's why I will read now the text. I'm not going to talk too much long about it. Hopefully we get the initiation, and as I talked in German language, in the moment we also have no programs in our center until the 19th April. April we also have closed, but we try to find solution how to do some teachings and some meditations through online. Those who want to join that, those who want to practice that, we will try to find a way to how to do that. Many of them doing now already. So just to hear that at the moment, if you are not online, what I'm giving, after you can hear the transmissions. We asked to Holiness give the empowerment through the online. His Holiness doing, I think, a retreat to the Parnashavari now. After his retreat, I'm sure that His Holiness will perform that through online, or maybe if this such a tragedy is away, then of course we have possibility to meet him and to get such teachings. This is very important through online to receive teachings and transmissions. It should be authentic. You have to check that. Don't follow everywhere. So I have got this transmission from our Dikunkaju lineage, especially in 2000, the Scenic Air teaching. His Eminence Dr. Rinpoche gave the Jigten Songpo Kambum's long transmission. And initiation of the Parnashavari I have received from, of course, the 50 initiations from His Holiness and our other lamas. So that's why I'm able to do that, and so you guys can follow to get along. So I will read now just to the text. Kyobe kampum le redo lama jembe trudabjo zo meze korwe nele do leze konde ninje de jinja to le do la chanjo chola konde be palden pomo trube chalandu ranshin jiba jimbo nyevale Choje bala de jedore drome lamo jola jabzo sonjone jipa gole jumje chunse te tambo na kondara yuba amba da ba jete kansa ginye ba Chubatan le jorova la jupar chede ne shindu yembra ne la chadara da chacha dava la dene me do tramba la soba shindu ka vara chede jeze la mala so be de mishara cho so trama yinga chapa cha chenpo cho de ten deve ten to kasha cho so de ne samten ge yen la ge ne ne sanje cho so da so ge cho no la jan cho pa de da ne ge so je da ge je so je be so nam je ro la pen je so je ro para jo ma dong ga da ne be sim je dam je de wa deve ju dan dam ra ju je dong ga da dong ga je ju da tra ra ju je dong ga me be de wa da me tra ba ju je je ri cha da ni da tra be da nyum la ne ba ju ro je chang za ba da chu jin sha ba da je so ye ran gu ye so wa yin ge wa chung se da ge che sa ba dam je so be chang chu che ran ngo mo so ba wa shu do sar wa da me so ba wa shu do wa je jo wa be ya jo tong chu da man je da ma ne ra je na ba ra da ha ba kong ben gang le rang ge shi ba pom se ro wa ji ge chung bra sam da de le wa da ro ba sim chin tam je jin ne da mo ba zo je be de ko da tre ba tam je chang ne wa sa de zo ron de sa wo ni ge ding ye la ten ba yu zo je wa le ge ji ge ran ni ni chung den de ma ma re ro ma de su ma sang ge tam ma ji je yum den je ba kong do se ra mo sha su mo ba u se ra yung ga ra ye ngo ba cha zhuo ba ye nang bo de jie ni wa na zha da na ba song ba na de xue na ma ba yun jie tang wa bo ten tu da xia wa ni wa wa xing lao ba bo song ba da xue na ba pe ma ga wo ten 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 me bong ba re nang na xue wa ba di du ga ne pa ma le pe ma tang da be de na pang le wo zhe ro be ran xian jian dian de yi xie zhe ba 见长藏把我写古巴当修巴当金龙巴当给巴拉加的的你说没白天白老两头给撒网来我在这边上给安给拉人给我古罗杰见长本在古拉撒巴的我来二公巴不本对白阿罗紧紧的那边的把的在也说我们在那大大个的安别看着的我先说我到白安给拉也我们在那大大个的安别看个的什么要写了写旁边就要安古罗古刚这么的拉马来都有这个物件 onge la na ra ni la tem ba jo pi cha ze pa na sha wa re za pa re wa re ar gam pa ding bu ben de be a lo gen gen den de vet sha dang pa de za ye zo wa chu gu ni jin ge la ba dang ang gro wa dang ang da wa gong ba da so wa ta ma je tam ba je ne je zo re do jo me to ba tsik zo je ba ne chu gu de wa chen bo jing gro ne yam la zo ba ne je je ba dang a de me je la jo ba je wa Thank you. 有钱这边光了家子了，大米个呢，这种老妈就个个人家家娃，人家那么多个呢，都在追求跑跑，让给路数都在弄把那什么啦，听不懂。这把东西打把什么的，今天必须是把那小娃儿是吧，妈的，把什么的，我去牛那边的种的接种的。 有人什么家啦，干嘛当个让我接，当然都把钱都人啊，对吧？就把那么大钱就那么个干嘛把那什么啦，都是军把嘞，那样的有人。 家干嘛要干些个？你当老板当些西瓜啦什么啦？什么的东西现在把那小娃的啥玩意儿，把什么的红，这那个今天就那就等的红白现在把那小娃的啥把的娃的，二更八点不变都把老干干的那边的小到把的这一做，我就把这那就个的我就把这个呢，要么说今天就嘛，那对面这个就把这个也都都真的要么家家了，这他妈就把当年把当刚要到了蒙白。 给我当年介绍吧，这个有介绍吧，说介绍吧，但一见呢，我们这啥都什么样嘛，都把那样本身啥都定了吧，定了你就没把我说多个，有没把我说不个，有没把我安那了，都没把我说了，身体没把也啥啥了，干嘛总在没了，西凉古龙好好，我忙个没啥了，大单个他没啥了，没本身本身把嘛什么也啥都啊，上街过街，我就说，多些了么，多些讲些那么大行吧，也大大口出身体嘛都把这种老嘛也没。 这些小那些几把几把年把年，这几把等这做的做没，这做嘛，他们叫了就是送去呢，几把工了， 저번에도 소식 뭐뭐 자란도로 되네 주바나 장바다 닌제 창조기 세마당아 땡이데 신도 사발 주바 코나고 세베다니 임기로 제조를 rum에 냠내 중세 지금 봐 니바르 잡아 노바레 타라지 가리데베 냠내 이게 고바 장주도 바라 요로제 소남디에 톰체세 바이 톰나님베 타나 품제데 제가 나지 몰로도 바이 세베토는 로아토와 쇼장주 선조를 보지 마지보나 계교지 개와냥보 매바이 공는 공도 배워라쇼. So that is the transmission. The mantra should not be confused. There is two different mantras. One mantra is the Pishati Parnashavari Savajora Pashamani Hung. One mantra is the Pishati Parnashavari Sarvamari. So the Mari in Jora mantra is exactly the same meaning. Actually, the Mari mantra is also the such disease and such epidemic pandemics. And Jora also this disease which is like epidemic disease. So it's not different. That's why should not be confused. Because nowadays you can see on internet sending mantras and so wheel or protections. So maybe think of which mantra should I do. So you do this mantra according to the logic. There is no wrong, there is no mistake. The others can follow the other mantra, is also perfectly okay. So there's two different mantras. Don't be confused. And that's all what I can say. Thank you very much. Finish.